Okay, here is what we got done. I'm out of breath. I'm so tired. And I'm using every bit of scrap wood I can to put these little beds together. Make them tight so that they won't buckle out of there like it did last year. And we pulled this out of the beds back there. And you can see where that all these trees were breaking down. You can see the tree or stumps and logs I had in there. That's the very bottom of the bed back there. So I got all these filled. So there's 6 beds there. And then on the other side, we'll do, I don't know how many yet, haven't counted. There'll be beds just like those on the other side. This will all be cleaned up, and that wood will go into some of the new beds. Got that little area cleaned up, and I'm going to put some little fencing around it and go ahead and use that in the ground. I know I may not be able to get back up, and I'm going to use it. And then from here over is going to be tarps, and I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to build some beds back there for the blueberries again, because they definitely need more shade. And then Tom got this whole area cleaned up, kind of sorted. Every bit of this is planted. In this bed, there's Swiss chard, green beans, peas, spinach, what else? Radish, and lettuce. So each of these beds is full. This one's all different kinds of kale. Got some echinacea there, onions, and I believe beets. And some marigolds. Yes, beets. And there's tarragon, marigolds, and then this will be a new bed. And then right in this big area where I had those beds that had all that Bermuda in it, I think I'm going to just make out of pallets, make big square pallet beds and do my potatoes in there. So I've got to get that done because I've already got my potatoes. I need to get them planted. And I don't want to do it in the ground. I don't want to fight this Bermuda grass or the weeds. So I'm going to do that and just do the squares, and then I can intercrop it with watermelons. So this whole area would be really good for watermelon. And then come over here, take that bed apart, and then get these pallets right here taken down and made into bigger, stronger pallets, and then put some tarps down and go this way. And I'll probably just do three of these beds like that one over here, and that will just make this row. That would be just 9 beds on this row, and that's perfect. That'll grow a lot of food. So I'm definitely going to be growing as much as I can back here, and then there'll be tarps and more beds going this way. So I'll have a little bit of a walkway, and then just do maybe 3 more rows with several beds. It's going to take me a little bit, but I think it'll be well worth it in the long run, and be able to grow a lot of food and not have to weed and fight the Bermuda and farm on the ground, which I don't really want to do. But taking these pallets apart and stuff's wearing me out, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. And I still have to take those apart and make those kind of beds, and then the rest of these. I still have a long ways to go. I know, lots of work, but it'll be well worth it. And then I need to get those leaves cleaned away from there. So I went ahead and got the trellis somewhat ready. This isn't quite finished because I'm going to go ahead and plant in here. So I'll put some more carrots in. So I roughed up the carrots. So I'm going to have to redo this bed and kind of do the carrots and then do the cherry tomatoes back here. And I'll need to add some more bamboo and stuff for the trellis because tomatoes, they get tall and they get where you need to stake them up. So I'm gonna need to put one more up there, which, you know, I'll have to have a walkway in there so I can crawl in there. And then back here, I got this little area, threw some tarp down. Of course, the wind's kind of messing with it, but this stupid vine stuff, I don't want to deal with that. And I just need to get all this covered in tarp and then just build a couple beds back here and grow some stuff. That'll have like flowers for the butterflies. So there'll be all kinds of stuff growing back here. And then I'll just grow a pretty good chunk of stuff back here. And then in the very front of the farm, I'll still use my regular beds. But that great big row, I'm going to go ahead and pull all the trellises down, the arch trellises, take the T-posts out, and have my husband just till that whole thing really well. And I'm going to massive cover crop it and try to choke out as many weeds and Bermuda as I can. That's the only way I know how to do it. And that'll put nitrogen in the ground too, which will be a good thing. And we'll till it in the fall and see how it goes. Now I may change my mind. I've been known to do that. But for right now, that's kind of my plan. So, and then that right there, I'm gonna make a long bed and I can grow anything from radishes to carrots in those. There's all sorts of stuff you can grow in those smaller beds. But as long as I have tarps underneath, so I do not have to deal with the Bermuda or the weeds coming up. So I'm gonna cover this whole back area, and then I won't have to bring the mower back here, fight the weeds. If there's snakes back here, I can see them. It'll be a really, really good thing. So here's just kind of a little bit of what's been done. The problem is it's taking a long time to make these pallet beds. As you can see, they're sturdier. And there's a few little spots, you know, where I threw them together in a hurry. But I don't think that little tiny spot will make that big of a difference. Hey, I don't care what they look like. I'm using my resources and I'm going to plant food. That's all I care about. So I have a lot of stuff I have to get done. And I'm still planting a lot of stuff in the greenhouse. So, and things, you know, things will be ready. I just didn't get a real early start this year due to the greenhouse. You know, that geothermal greenhouse it's been a lot of work. But anyway, I will keep y'all posted and we will talk to you later.